When Bobby's husband passed away, she went to Hands and Spear Funeral Home.
If you're looking for a funeral home and somebody that will guide you through this with such ease, just talk to Will Spear. Just go talk to him. Tell him how much money you've got. Tell him what you need, and he'll do it for you. He actually will do everything for you need for him to do. I didn't have any problem with anything because Will took me by the hand and just walked me through it. He said, Bobby, there's just nothing to worry about.
We left a lot of points out there in the first half. I thought we had some looks at the basket. Normally looks that would go down for us, but they weren't. But our guys really showed a lot of resolve bouncing back in the second half. I thought defensively we set the tone. We had a lot of deflections. We're able to get out and run a little bit, which is where I think we're at our best. So proud of our effort tonight.
And it's interesting because being a coach and getting to talk to a coach is, you get out there and it's a first game and you want everything to go so good. And you see some things and you know they have the capability of doing it, but it's just not falling into place. So I got a feeling at halftime you just sort of said, hey, let's take a deep breath because we're better than what we did. And your third quarter was spectacular.
Absolutely. And I think, mentally you always want to have the toughest kids. And I thought just by our body language a couple times we didn't look like we were there. And that was part of what the coaches did. They talked to a couple guys, let them know that, hey, first half is the first half. Now we're moving on. So we're starting on a clean slate. And I think mentally they got back in it. Jake Jobe knocked down a couple shots for us, got his hands on a couple passes, and changed his intensity a little bit.
And it's fun to watch. Like Lincoln Elby, he's got so much experience out there. And I made a comment on the air. He's not going to get you 12, 14 points, but an assist and just his general leadership out on the floor, the way he handles the ball, the way he sees things, the way he tips the ball forward on the steal, it's so nice to see. And other kids see that, and they want to play that hard too.
You couldn't ask for a better leader, and I think we're really lucky to have guys like him, Reagan Tenhouse. I talk a lot about our seniors, but our seniors are guys that, this is their last year playing. They put everything out there over the summer, and it shows. Reagan Tenhouse is one that's made huge strides, both what he does skill-wise and also his physicality. But Lincoln Elby, he's obviously one of the most important guys that we have, and he dominated the basketball tonight. He limited his turnovers, and like you said, found open guys, played unselfish, and that's what you got to do as a point guard.
He's almost like another coach out there, and having somebody like that, the other kids see, and he never gets rattled, he never gets upset. If there were times that he'd make a bad pass and get mad, then that would rub off on the other kids. And that's a credit to your coaching staff to make sure that everybody stays calm no matter what the situation. I want to point out Michael Day. Michael Day last year got a couple times last year where he got to run that point guard, and that experience came over here tonight where he hit a couple big shots here in the third quarter, two of them back-to-back from that corner over there. And that's what you hope, that every time that a kid gets that experience, that they carry it over to the next game.
Absolutely. And we said, even if you played very little or spared minutes last year, you still have a little bit of varsity experience, getting out on the floor and competing in games. And while they maybe not played as much as they wanted, they got some experience. And I think that's where you see Mike Dade being confident enough to knock down some open shots tonight.
And how are you?
I feel good.
Do you?
I feel good. Again, as a coach, you there's always things that you need to work on, but we'll enjoy tonight. It was nice getting on the court, seeing where we stand, and I thought the guys were antsy about getting out and playing, and might have showed a little in the first half, but again, proud of our guys and their effort in the second half.
I would imagine tomorrow at the shoot-around, work on focus while shooting free throws.
Yeah, we talked about that. What we might try is just shooting free throws blindfolded tomorrow night, see if the referees will allow that. But we have great free throw shooters. In practice, we do great, but it's now time to put it on the floor, let it translate to game time. So that's something that we'll improve on.
And I think it is just a matter of focus. Right. Like you say, there's so much surrounding opening night that you get to the free throw line, you're almost too relaxed that you don't think about, okay, go through my routine and shoot.
Absolutely. And those guys, I think they were flustered a little bit. And again, first time game experience for some of them and being put in that situation. But like we said, our goal as a program is to improve every day. And that's one thing, one out of the many that we really need to improve on.